Hello folks, welcome back. In this tutorial, we will talk about the for loop. This is the last type of loop that is available, which is called as the for loop. So in this for loop, what we do is, in the case of while loop, you initialize the variable before, then you check the condition, and then you execute the inside the loop. So this is how you write this is called as the initialization part, where you initialize the value of I with 1. So this is called as the initialization portion, and this is the condition that you are checking, and at the end, in the inside, you do the increment or decrement. So when we say I plus plus or I minus minus, so that's the place you do the increment or decrement. So in the case of the for loop, all these things are written together. So in the for loop, the first part is called the initialization. So you write the initialization, and then you write a semicolon after it, and then you check the condition, and the third part of the for loop is the increment or decrement. So all the three things you do in the same for loop. So here, and this is how the for loop is written. So we initialize here, the checks the condition, and increments or decrements. For example, in the same example that we did, so let's say in the for loop, we initialize the variable here, int I is equals to 1, and then we checks the condition, is I less than 5. If the value of I is less than 5, we go ahead and say plus plus, and then we print the value of I here, and then the end of the loop. So this is called as the initialization part, this is the condition part, and this is the increment or decrement part. So in this case, how this loops work, so we initialize the value of I with 1. This part of the loop only execute once. It always keep on going back and forth between these two parts. So this part only execute once. So we initialize the value of I with 1 here. Now we check the condition, 1 less than 5. Is I less than 5? Value of I is 1, so is 1 less than 5? Yes. So it will come inside the loop and it will print the value of I here. So what is going to print? It will print 1. Then it goes to this increment side, so I plus plus. Now it increments the value of I by 1. So the new value of I becomes 2 now. Now it again checks the condition, is 2 less than 5? Yes, 2 is less than 5. So it will come inside and will print the value of I here. So what will be the value of I? It's called as 2. 2 plus plus. Now what is the new value of I now? So I becomes 3. It again checks the condition, 3 less than 5. Now in the case of this, 3 is less than 5. Yes, that's true. So it will come inside the loop, it will print the value of I. What is the value of I? 3 right now. Again it increments it. So the new value of I becomes 4. It checks the condition, is 4 less than 5? Yes, 4 is still less than 5. It will come inside the loop and it will print the value of I here. So what is the value of I? 4. Now it increments the value of I by 1, which is 4 plus plus. So now the new value of I becomes 5. So this is the new value of I. Now is 5 less than 5? No, 5 is equals to 5. So this condition does not hold good. So it will go ahead and print this line. This is called the for loop, in which all the three things are written together. Don't forget to put these semicolons. So this is very important. So in this case, let's do an example illustrating the same thing. So here we'll go back. It's called for int I is equals to 1, I less than 5, I plus plus. And it will print the value of I. So now if I go ahead and execute this part of the code, it's going to print 1 to 4. Now in this case, if I say equals to 5, so now the last condition also meets. I is less than equals to 5, so I is equals to 5. So it will print till I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now if you go ahead and run the program again, so this is called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is about the loops, for loop, while loop, and do while loop. Similarly, you can decrement also here. So for example, if I initialize the value of I by 10, and if I go to 2, and instead of incrementing, I'm decrementing the value of I by 2. You can do that. So now what's going to be here? So what will be the first value? It will initialize with 10. Is 10 less than? So here we're going to say 10 greater than equals to 2. So in this case, now which we check the condition, Is 10 greater than 2? Yes, 10 is greater than 2. It'll go ahead and print the value of I. What is it's going to be 2. Now then I is equals to I minus 2. Now what is the new value of I here? 8. So in this case, let me show you how we are going to do this. So here in this example, we initialize the value of I by 10. And the condition that we are checking is I greater than equals to 2, and then we are decrementing the value by I minus 2. And then we are printing the value of I here. So now in this case, what is the initial value of I? We started with 10. Now is 10 greater than equals to 2? Yes, 10 is greater than 2. Then it will go inside the loop and it will print the value of I here. So what is the value of I? 10. I is equals to I minus 2. So now we decrement the value of I by 2. So what is the new value of I? I becomes 8 now. Now is 8 greater than equals to 2? So 8 is greater than 2. So it will come inside the loop and it will print the value of I. What is the value of I? 8 now. Now it will again check the condition. So it will again go ahead and do the decrement. So I is equals to I minus 2. So now the new value of I becomes 8 minus 2, which is 6. Now 6 is greater than equals to 2. Yes, 6 is greater than 2. So it will go ahead and print the value of I. So I became 6 here. Now it again goes ahead and decrements. 6 is equals to I minus 2. Now what is the new value of I? I became 4 here. Now it checks the condition. Is 4 greater than equals to 2? Yes, 4 is greater than 2. So it will comes inside and it prints the value of I. So what is the value of I? It prints 4 here. Now the next thing is so now the new value of I becomes I is equals to I minus 2, which becomes 4 minus 2 is equals to 2. So is 2 greater than equals to 2? Yes, 2 is equals to 2. So it will come inside the loop, it will print the value of I, which is going to be 2. Now it does decrements again, 2 minus 2. So what is 2 minus 2? Now the new value of I becomes 0. Is 0 greater than equals to 2? No. So this condition does not meet anymore. It exits out the loop and will be the output of the program. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Let's see if the output matches here. So now in this case, let me go ahead and save the program and let's go ahead and execute it. Run as Java application. So in this case, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 is going to be the output of the program. So this is about the loops. I'll see you in the next tutorial and thank you.